for your wonderful pleasure, with Stray, Mr. Heponwana with Stray, 100% glitchless. Take it away.
Hey everyone, I am Heponwana. I was here last year as well. I love this event. I'll tell you a little more about why I really love this event as we get going, but I want to give two little trigger warnings on this game. This game is really wholesome. It's about a cat that looks super realistic, but there are a couple things to be mindful of. At the very beginning of the game, there is some lightning. It's a very mild lightning effect, but if you do have photosensitivity, when I start the run, please go ahead and look away from the screen and I'll tell you when the lightning ends. And also our little kitty protagonist is going to get hurt in the story 2 times. I will let you know when they're coming. The kitty is very realistic, so I do want to make sure that you know it's coming, because if you're an animal lover, you might just want to look away for that. It's very brief, no blood, just a little bit of limping and frightful situations for a kitty, but I just want to make sure you know about that, because I'm an animal lover and it breaks my heart to play those 2 scenes every time, but it gets better, trust me. So, to start the game, we go to a new game slot and we start the game. So, we're going to get going in, let's say 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we are starting this game and we are playing a cute little kitty, lightning at beginning. Like I said, it's going to be a very short, brief effect. It's not too harsh, but if you do think you have photosensitivity concerns, please do look away, because I want you to have as much fun watching this game as I have running this game and showing it off to all of you. A few important things to know about this category. Glitchless. It means we cannot do major glitches. Major glitchless. I can't even speak. I'm already speedrunning my mouth ahead of me. But we're going to start off with this little tutorial. We are this kitty at the very back, and we're going to run up and say hello to our 3 little kitty friends. So we'll just run up, have some meet cute. I love this game. It is adorable in so many ways. So glitchless, like I said, no major glitches. We are going to use a couple of checkpoint abuses or checkpoint manipulation. It is not a glitch by definition, but it is almost glitchy. It is accepted by the community, so it is what it is. You'll see what it is when I get to it. It will seem like glitches for a few of them, but we're not doing any major skips. And 100% means as we go through, there are 5 memories we're going to unlock, required by the story if you don't skip anything. We're going to get all 5 of those. However, we are also going to get a bunch of optional memories, every single one of them. And there are somewhere around like 25 of them. I actually don't know the precise number, I just know to get all of them. By the way, I should add, lightning effect is done. So if you were looking away for photosensitivity, all is good. We are back to no lightning effects, and instead just the cutest. I'm sorry, it is beautiful. This game is adorable. And so we also are going to collect 6 badges or pins that go on a little backpack. We don't have the backpack yet. We'll get the backpack as part of our story, but we need to get 6 of them. And to get those 6, it's going to require some additional collections. We need to collect 7 or 8 pieces of sheet music. We need to collect 3 different colorful flowers. We need to collect a bunch of things. We're going to collect energy drink cans to get the sheet music, to get the pin that will go on the backpack. It's a lot of collecting, and we're going to do it as quick as possible because we're speedrunning this. If you play this game casually, I'd say it's probably about a 6-hour game the first time through, and that's not getting 100%. And of course, we're going to condense that down to an hour 40. Also, another thing to know about how I play this game. The quickest way to play this game is keyboard and mouse. I really don't like keyboard and mouse. I like a controller. However, I'm playing a little unique. I'm playing controller and mouse. So in my lap, I have a mouse, and I'm going to keep hitting. By the way, that white cat, it's RNG. It could actually block me. Luckily, my little white kitty friend did not block me there. So we are off and running. This is kind of the tutorial area. The reason I have a mouse in my lap is I have the meowing bound to the scroll wheel, and you hear me meowing. We are going to use rapid fire meows to get through this game as quick as possible. It is a nice little feature of the game is we need a chatty little kitty, and we are going to be super chatty at points. We're also going to use the mouse wheel to skip dialogue as quick as possible. I did not mean to do that, and that is my bad. That's just me keeping you all on your toes, seeing what could go wrong, and we won't do any more wrong. I say hopeful, as I should probably knock on wood, because you never know what's going to happen. So, coming up real soon, we're going to have the first of the 2 moments of Kitty getting hurt. There is no blood, it's not a permanent injury, but it is a little frightening, especially if you're an animal lover. So please go ahead and look away starting about now, and I'll tell you when you can look back, because we'll have a little cutscene. It's going to get a little spooky, a little heartrending. I mean, this game, I love animals, and it pulls at my heartstrings. So look away if you don't want to see that. This is also sadly the last time we see our kitty buddies. We are now on our main quest because we are separated from our little kitty friends. We have fallen into a post-apocalyptic world. Think of it kind of like Fallout meets Final Fantasy VII. It's a little bit of a Fallout shelter and a little bit of Midgar, because we're going to have different areas of this city that are going to have different tones to them, different feels. There's the slums, literally called the slums, kind of like in Final Fantasy VII with Midgar, the slums. There is also the more upper class area. There's all sorts of places we're going to see. We're going to have a real cool adventure. But as a kitty speedrunner, we want to get out of here as quick as possible. Another important thing to point out, we are going to see these weird little, I kind of nicknamed them the head crabs. They're known as zerks. I also call them jerks because they're kind of jerks. They're not nice. We're going to see them. They can get a little frightening if you are watching with any young ones. The zerks can be a little frightening. Hopefully they're not too bad this run, but there is some RNG with them, and like I said, I want every run to be fun for me to do and fun for you to enjoy, and hopefully motivating you to donate some money to this great cause. By the way, we are done with Kitty being hurt for this time. So if you were looking away, get your eyes back on, because we've got a cute little kitty who's on a speed running mission. A mission to get outside. That is the whole mission of this game. So there goes some of the jerks or zerks. I'll meow. That camera will nod at me. You might be thinking, why is that camera nodding at you? Well, we're going to see a lot of signs and different electric things kind of leading us somewhere, and that camera is part of it, and they're all controlled by somebody we're going to meet real soon, who's going to be our best friend on this adventure. So we're just going to continue through here, and we're going to run over here real quick, pick up this little pail, because we are going to solve a puzzle real quick and jam that in there. And then we're going to be like a kitty. What do kitties do best? They knock things over. They knock things off ledges. We're going to take advantage of that. Look at our little kitty just causing some problems, but being adorable in the process. Earlier I mentioned this event really resonates with me. Oh yeah, real quick, bucket kitty. I love when you're in a bucket. We're going to have fun with that coming up. So this event really resonates with me because right now, my partner and I are working towards getting a fostering license with a hope of helping some kids who, you know, could really need some forever homes, be it either as foster parents or possibly adopting into our family. So this event really means a lot to me. It's a great cause. The Real Hope Project is a really, really cool thing because, you know, a lot of people think of adoption, they think of babies, infants being adopted, but there's a lot of really cool kids who are not just infants and babies who, you know, need a forever home. They need a, you know, a good family, love them. And I think this whole project is amazing. These here are the Zerks or Jerks. Where they come from is not RNG. The exact number of them is. If you notice any of them fling off of me, that's because of me spamming the meow button on my mouse's scroll wheel. These guys will jump randomly. It's not the same every time. You could run through here and not a one will jump on you. You could run through here and every one of them will jump on you. That got really tricky there. That is unusual. They are really, really liking me this time through. But by spamming that meow button on the, on the mouse scroll wheel, that is going to fling them off of me every time and let me be able to get through here. And there we go. That is about one of the most frightening parts in this game. There are a couple more areas that are similar to that. So if that does kind of give you anxiety, I apologize. And, you know, I'll let you know when Zerk moments are coming up. There are a few of them. They're not too bad because we do outsmart those little head crab jerks. And once again, if you notice these yellow signs are telling us where to go. And we're going to keep following them to find out who is it or what is it that's leading us somewhere. Yellow sign with a red arrow, we're just going to keep following. Another mechanic is barrels. We will use barrels and we will use them to roll to higher areas. We could also run over Zerks with them and that will get us out of a little bit of trouble. We're going to have a moment that's going to look like Kitty is going to get hurt, but don't worry, Kitty just going to get a little surprise, but no injury. Just, maybe try safer ledges. You know, don't put yourself out on an unsafe ledge like that. If we meow, the signs will light up more and flicker more to kind of show us where we need to go. Come on, get up there. So one thing about jumping in this game, unless it gives you the prompt, you cannot jump. That is mostly for the good. It means you cannot jump to your death. You cannot be like Mario and jump into a pit. But at the same time, it also means if your camera and your cat are not perfectly lined up, you might miss a jump. That there where I jumped and had to pull myself up is entirely RNG. When it happens, you lose a little time. It shows the cuteness of the cat, but unfortunately it shows the loss of time. Hopefully we don't have too much of an RNG issue, but you never know. And we are almost into the next chapter, which is known as the Flat. The Flat is where we will meet our friend who is going to introduce dialogue into this game. But before dialogue, Kitty wants to type a message. Look at that. Kitty is actually better at typing than me because I cannot type nearly that quick. True, all of it is pretty much, I missed one key. As soon as you hit that last key, you want to run to this door because you pause as it loads up. Unfortunately, I jumped the gun. I call that marathon nerves, you know. We will then plug in these little electrical devices, these batteries, whatever you want to call them. Hey, grab that, thank you. So we're going, Kitty is fighting me on control tonight, which is very interesting. This game does have a little bit of a mind of its own at times. And so we will plug these in. It will open up a secret compartment right here. We will go ahead and run in here as quick as we can. And we are going to knock this box off this shelf. there's a little drone in here. We're going to take this drone, and I mentioned before something about skipping dialogue. Well, we are now going to have dialogue. You're probably thinking, what's with dialogue in a game where you're playing a cat? Well, this here is B12. B12 is our buddy who is kind of going to translate for us, sort of, and also is going to be our eyes and ears. This is the audience analog. And because of that, we're going to have a lot of talking. But because we bound the dialogue skip or advance button to our mouse wheel, we're just going to blast right through it. Also, this relationship between the two of them is adorable beyond anything. This is my favorite video game friendship of any game I have ever seen. The two of them are just beautiful together. So, we're going to skip some dialogue. Yeah, we're just going to skip some dialogue, and we're going to have a backpack put on our cat. If you've ever put clothes on a cat or dog that never had them, this is so realistic. This is 100% real right here. I have a dog that I tried putting boots onto, and I'll just say, yeah, it don't go too good. We're going to open this door, and then 3748 is the password here. How did we know it? Well, you could look in some rooms over to the side, but we're not looking in rooms. Who needs to do that? And here, Bucket Kitty. I love Bucket Kitty. Bucket Kitty is adorable. It's not a glitch, but these fast movements are kind of tied into how the glitches work in this game. A lot of moving through boundaries because of weird movement. So here, we are going to see a postcard, and this postcard, we're going to take it with us. It reminds us, both B12 and our kitty, I like calling the kitty Ginger because it's a little ginger kitty. Right there are all of our memories. We're going to get all 5 of the big ones on top by default, but we're also going to get those small ones as part of 100%. But both B12 and Ginger, the kitty, want to get outside, and that postcard is how we're going to communicate to people what we mean when we ask, how do we get outside? And what do you mean people? You're asking Heponwana. There's no people. Yes, there are. There are robot people. Here we go. And robot people don't really care for seeing a cat because they have never seen a cat before, and they're a little confused by this furry troublemaker. But I have a feeling we will help them see how cool we are. So we're just going to run through here real quick. They're going to walk down the city because we are a furry troublemaker, but we are a lovable furry troublemaker. I mean, that's how it goes. I do love this guard. This guard kind of becomes like our friend in a sense. Anytime we have a cutscene, if we want to, we can meow. So, like, that's all me doing it. And when you meow, the robots will have happy looks on their faces. So we will run up to him. And B12 is going to help translate and be like, no, you know, Ginger Kitty is a good kitty. And this guard, being such a smart, wise guard, goes, hey everyone, Ginger Kitty is adorbs. Let's be friends. Emergency lifted, lockdown lifted, and now we are good to go. Look at this. Everyone's like, hey, I will go ahead and meet Ginger Kitty. I am friendly towards that cool cat. So the slums is going to be a place where we can have some good respite from things going bad. We just showed him the postcard we saw of the beach, and he's like, hey, if you go up there, there's a dude named Momo, and Momo will help you. But first, we need an energy drink. We actually need 4 energy drinks, but because of cutscene or of checkpoint manipulation, by the way, we are going to need to know 1, 2, 8, 3. We're going to get a piece of sheet music. So what I was saying, also we're going to give the sheet music this guy, but not yet. So what I was saying is we are going to need 4 energy drink cans. And here also is our first optional memory. We will need a whole mess of them. There's a lot going on at once right here, so I'm going to try and explain what all I'm doing, but I make no promises of being coherent because there is so much going on at once right now. So we need 4 energy drinks. We also need all the sheet music. We also need to find some books. We have not been given the quest to find books yet, but we need to find some books. And so this is where we are going to get our first of 4 books. That was kind of tricky because that box covered it up. Physics in this game can be kind of tricky on you. So we are going to grab that first book. We were told by that sentry that over there where that light up is a guy named Momo. Momo is part of a group called the Outsiders. The Outsiders are a group that want to get outside, just like we do. So the guard said, hey, how about you go and chat with Momo? Momo might be able to help you. And so we want to talk to Momo about the Outsiders, and that's why we're actually collecting these books, is when we talk to Momo, Momo's going to tell us to find the notebooks of the other Outsiders, because there are a total of 4 of them. More sheet music right there. We'll get to sheet music soon enough. Another book, that one is owned by Clementine. The first one we got is owned by a robot outsider known as Baltazar. And then we get in our sheet music, and we're about to get our second energy drink can. Energy drink cans are used as currency in this world. And so we need 4 of them to unlock something that'll give us an optional memory and to get a piece of sheet music. However, of those 4, this one here being number 3, this will be the last one we collect. And then we go here to the apartment of Doc, who is the 3rd outsider. We'll jump on these books because we need to. You'll see why in a second. All right, and we just got a key. Jumping on those books allowed us to open or clear way for the safe, and the safe had the notebook for Doc. And then we'll grab the sheet music, and now we will finally go to meet Momo. Momo being the only outsider who's here, and Momo's going to explain to us that the other outsiders left, and Momo's feeling very despondent about it. And that's why Momo told us to get these notebooks, or is going to tell us get these notebooks. There is Momo with the rainbow monitor. I love Momo. Momo is such a cool character. Sadly, we're not really going to learn too much about Momo because we're speedrunning. Kitty wants to get outside, and we're not going to get in the way of Kitty. So we're going to talk to Momo in a second. Momo has a memory, has a poster for a Vigima game, and our little robot buddy B12 is like, hey, I remember this video game. I have a memory about it. And that's the memory, and we move on. And we're going to show Momo the note or the postcard. And now we need to show Momo all of these. And fortunately, my menuing is so atrociously slow there. Menuing is a huge part of this run. We want to keep it moving nice and fast, but unfortunately, menuing can be problematic. And so Momo just said, hey, since you found all the notebooks, we might be able to find my friends. But that tall building with the light up there, we need to get up there because Momo has a transmitter, and Momo thinks if we use the transmitter, we could talk to my friends who got outside. By the way, more Zerks here, so if they did frighten you, please do look away. But we're just going to run through them like no one's business because we're a kitty on a mission. We're meant to solve getting past these Zerks by simple puzzle solving, but instead, using our rapid fire meowing, we don't even need to worry about solving puzzles. Kitty's on a mission, and we're not going to let Kitty get slowed down. Another optional memory, there are 2 of them in the rooftops. That's the first one. Second one's going to be in a slightly more dangerous area. Jumping on that twice makes it move far enough, get onto this rooftop where there's a barrel. We're going to roll this barrel or drum and jump up here. We're going to have a puzzle to solve right here that involves gates. We need to trap a bunch of Zerks behind a gate. If we do not trap them, they will get us. Or we're just going to meow rapid fire and not even care about it. Speedrunning this game versus playing this game normal are 2 entirely different animals. Both of them are cat animals, but they are completely different animals. And there we go. Move that barrel. And we're just going to keep climbing. Now we're at that tall building where we're going to put the transmitter, but you'll notice it is very covered with pink stuff. Pink stuff is bad news, so we're going to try and not have problems with Zerks. Here's a spoiler, we're not going to have problems because that rapid fire meowing, we are just going to get through this like no one's business. But now, the music's getting tense. I like to keep our buddy B12 out as a flashlight as often as possible. It's not too important here, but anytime you talk to people, if B12 is already out as a flashlight, it will actually speed up the scene just a little. We're going to open this door. There's a bunch of Zerks there. We're going to run past it, go over here, get the final memory for the rooftops. Let B12 tell us all about it. And now we are going to move this barrel and use it to get upwards, run over some of these Zerks with the barrel in the process, because Zerks are jerks, and Kitty don't got time to deal with that. Oh. That was a little unusual. I don't usually get caught quite like that, but it's all good. If you notice, the screen turned slightly red as the Zerk was hanging out on me. The more red it gets, the closer you get to Kitty losing one of its 9 lives. On bright side, if something goes wrong and Kitty does die during this game, I am aiming to have no deaths. I mean, that's what you should always aim for. But if there is a death, don't worry. The death animation is very brief and non-violent. So we're meant to run around for a while, avoiding these guys as this elevator comes down. However, if you just stand here and keep meowing, yeah, I literally can take a drink right now. You know, stay hydrated. Enjoy my seltzer. And there we go. We're going to turn on the elevator, jump on this stool, ride the elevator up, and we're going to put that transmitter into place so that our buddy Momo can reach out to the other outsiders. If you notice, over here there's all of these big kind of globus orbs. Those are Zerk, or Zerk eggs. And we are going to have to deal with those coming up in a couple chapters. But we'll get to those when it's time. For right now, we're going to put this right up here, have a little cutscene of the tower coming to life, have a good view of the slums. Anytime you get this big pull-away view, you literally can see everywhere that you have been going to. Like, anytime you pull away and get a big view from the sky, you are really seeing where you have been. It's such a cool effect, especially the end of this game. We are going to be able to see everywhere that we have gone, and it is such a cool effect. So we're going to continue meowing like mad because we're going to have some dialogue here. And remember what we said about dialogue. Just get through it as quick as possible, right? Having a mouse with a scroll wheel is the best tool for this game, even if you're playing with a controller. We get a nice big batch of Bucket Kitty, which I love Bucket Kitty. It's just adorable. And we're going to end up back at Momo's apartment. And now we need to do a bunch of things. This is going to be a lot of things all at once, information overload, just like when we first got to the slums. First, we need to get out of Momo's apartment. To do that, we're going to read a note, and then we're going to use information from that note to open a keypad to get out the window, and now we need laundry detergent. To get laundry detergent, we need to cause a paint spill. These guys are throwing paint back and forth, so we're going to keep meowing. It's going to distract them, and oh no, they just made a mess. The guy who runs the laundromat is going to come out, and it's like, you made this huge mess down here. Guys, what is this? What is this? And being a naughty kitty, Ginger is going to go down there, go into the laundromat, and steal some laundry detergent. Don't steal laundry detergent. It's not nice, it's not good, but we're going to do that. So, laundry detergent is used to buy electrical cables. Why do we need electrical cables? Because we need a sweater. Trust me, it makes sense. Let's see if we could get a basket real quick. Look at that basket. That is actually an achievement there. So, we are going to use that detergent to buy that. This here is a memory. It costs 3 energy drink cans. We are going to reveal it. We are going to get this memory. And now we are going to reload our checkpoint. We got the cables with the laundry detergent. We got the memory. Memories always save. But buying that memory's access does not save. So we got to keep our energy drink cans. Keeping the energy drink cans meant we only needed 3 to get all 4. No, it does not count as a glitch. Even though it seems like one, it's a checkpoint abuse. Different thing, very similar. And if you have a lawyer, you could probably argue about it all day. We're going to grab a couple things here, and then we're going to go down below and talk with Momo. And yeah, there is a lot going on at once. So we go down here to Momo, jump up here. Momo's going to use that transmitter to try and talk to the other outsiders. And Momo's going to reach Zabaltazar, the first person we got a diary of. And so Zabaltazar is going to say, hey, I'm out here. I got not outside, but somewhat outside. This guy here, his name is Samus. I call him Marty McFly. If you know Back to the Future, the scenes where Marty McFly had an orange puffy vest, that's where I get his name from. And it's going to be more obvious how he's Marty McFly coming up. So right now, Samus just said, if you're trying to get outside, you are out of your mind. It will not happen. And Momo explained Samus is actually Doc, who is another outsider, is Doc's son, and is just upset because Doc is gone. This is an escort mission. If we run far ahead of Momo, Momo will stop and we'll have to come back, and restarting the movement animation is slow. We will meow. This guy does not like us one bit. So Momo said, how about we talk to Samus? Samus might have some information about Doc, and Doc did leave the slums. We don't know what happened to Doc, but Doc did get out of here, so maybe there's something that could help us. And so, Samus, or Marty McFly, is not opening their door, but there is a kitty-sized opening right here. We're going to get Doc's diary, and we're going to show it to Samus right there. And then we need to find, there's a secret apartment or secret hidey lab in this apartment. And we need to open it. By the way, the combination, it's the hour hands of those 4 clocks. 2511. That's how I knew what it was. We're going to knock this box down. Going to move over to it. And there's a tracking device in here. Now we gotta wait. Marty McFly is a little on the slow side. He is not ready to get back to the future. He is just slow. And now we need to wait. Just wait for it. And once we could talk, and we will give him the tracking device. And with that tracking device, he's like, hey, we might be able to find my dad with this. But it's broken. And with it broken, that's it. End of story, end of game. We cannot go anywhere. No, we will go ahead and get it repaired. There's a guy named Elliot who can help us repair it. We're going to get an optional memory on the way, and we're going to get a sweater. By the way, energy drink can is in that machine right back there, the 4th one, if we weren't using checkpoint manipulation. We're going to talk to Grandma, who she can take those cables and knit us a sweater. We're going to need that in order to get the transmitter repaired or tracking device repaired. By the way, I love her face when you meow. It's a heart emote. I love Grandma. She is so good. All the robots in the slums are just amazing. Each one is unique in their own way. We're going to scratch at a door, get inside, get some sheet music here. This here is where if you're doing the any % glitched run or unrestricted, this is where everything goes completely different. We're going to give him the sweater. He's going to repair. So in this apartment, there's something called the sleepwalker glitch. And the sleepwalker glitch is what lets you go out of bounds and skip multiple chapters. If we went here right away during the, when we first got to the slums, we could have skipped the rooftops and everything we've done in the slums and the area we're about to get to. We would literally be skipping about like 30 minutes of the game, or maybe not 30, but around 20, probably 20 minutes of the game. But I don't do the glitched, the unrestricted runs. I really just love this game so much, I don't want to skip parts of it. But watching the glitched runs are really amazing. And I have no problem watching a glitched run, just don't play them. Also, you need to keyboard and mouse to do the glitches correctly. And I love my controller. Speaking of loving things, this guy is loving me. And we're going to go ahead. We have to walk so slow here that we're going to have a little fun. We're going to be Bag Kitty. You could put a bag on your head. When you do this, your controls are not reversed. It's not up is down, left is right. They just continually change. It is hard to walk while doing this. You can't get the bag off your head until that amount of time passes. By the way, I wonder if these guys like me. Oh, they like me. But since you have to wait for Marty McFly here, it's like, why not take advantage of Bag and Kitty? It's cute as can be, so why not do it? Speaking of things that why not do it, if you haven't donated, donate. Why not do it? If you are able, it'd be great to donate to the Real Hope project. If you are unable, you know, finances can be rough. I know personally how finances sometimes can just be miserable. But if you are unable, maybe reach out to a friend and at least tell them about this event. This is going for another day, you know. Bring some attention. This is such a great cause, a great time. You know, get some friends watching this. Enjoy the runs. In fact, I'll even be back tomorrow with another run. I'll be back with a Leckhead tomorrow. I mean, I love this event. I love watching the runs. Also, we are now going into an area that if we were doing the unrestricted, we would not go here. This is an area with more Zerks, so if they do frighten you, definitely do close your eyes some. Maybe scroll the screen down or just blow up the chat window. You know, just join us in chat and look away if the Zerks are a problem for you. Also, we are going to have the second instance of Kitty getting hurt coming up soon. I will let you know when that's coming, because if you don't want to see it, I don't want you to see it, because it is kind of heartrending. But we're just going to run through. These Zerks don't have nothing on Ginger Kitty. Ginger Kitty is on a mission. Let's just keep running. You're meant to go left here, but it's quicker. Just go right through them, right on the right side. Jump up here. We're just going to keep on going like it's nothing. You're meant to go up some and lure them away before going down here. But like I said, we're on a mission. Our mission is to get outside like any kitty wants. We're just going to move some beams back and forth. And then we are going to jump down here, jump up. And now is going to come the moment where look away if you don't want to see something frightening, something of Kitty getting hurt. Please look away. I'll let you know when to look back, because if I didn't have to look at this game for these parts for speedrunning, I would be closing my eyes right now, because I love animals too much and I just don't like to see this. Like, we got a little limping going on, not good. And we're going to lick our wounds and go ahead and look back, because we are done with Kitty being hurt. And hopefully that is it for Kitty being hurt in total for the run. The only hurt that could be left is death. But the deaths, if they do happen, Kitty just does a quick little spin and lays down. It is non-graphic. I would not be able to play this game if it is graphic. Get optional memory. There is one more in this chapter. There are 3 total in this chapter. And we're getting ready to meet Doc. So Marty McFly, or Seamus's father, up in this building over here. And you should be able to, if you know Back to the Future, and with me saying Marty McFly, you're probably going to be able to tell who Doc looks like in just a second. I hope you get this. It is so obvious of an homage. This here is Doc. The white lab coat, that Einstein-style hair from the wires. This here is a defluxinator, and the defluxinator runs off of 1.21 gigawatts of energy. We're going to get in our optional memory. We get it right now, because we have to wait for Doc to get to the window that we came in through, and we're quicker than Doc. So we actually lose no time getting that memory right then and there. It is pure speedrun strat. Speaking of strats, I want to avoid spamming the meow button for the time being, because I could crash the game to desktop if I spam meowing coming right up here. If you play this game casually or speedrunning, don't spam the meow button until now. You can at this point, but from when you get, when you're putting that resistor in, if you spam the meow, you can crash the game. I did that during a marathon once, and ooh, that set my nerves on fire for the rest of the run. The defluxinator that the Doc is using is going to pretty much pop these little Zerks. And we're just going to run in here real quick. Not worry about that defluxinator, because we have the power of Meowinator. But Doc is going to go, hey, how about I upgrade your little buddy? I could put the defluxinator on B12. And I mean, listen, Ginger Kitty there. Ginger's like, yeah. So we're going to have the defluxinator. You might be thinking, cool, weapon, finally. We're not going to use it much, except when needed. We'll also use it there just to show what it's like. It has this warm-up meter, and if it overheats, you have to wait for it to cool down all the way before you could use it again. Hopefully that doesn't cause me problems, but a lot of times it causes me lose a little time coming up, because I get overzealous with using it. So we're just gonna pop a few of these guys. Once you pop, you can't stop. Those Zerks are just like some potato chips right there. Doc's like, could you take them out? I'm like, I already got them taken out. It's all good. And so Doc is rightfully scared of the Zerks because Zerks will destroy robots. And that's bad news for all of our robot buddies. We've got to wait for Doc, so a little hydration. And Doc is going to have a problem opening this door. And because of that, we are going to have to find a way around, because it's always up to Kitty. Oop, I overran that just a little. Kitty is a little sloppy on controls. Very energetic. That'd be a good term for it. Very energetic. So if you do not slow down appropriately, you'll have problems. We'll go up where it's red. And we are going to have to use the defluxinator right here. And this is where I have had so many runs, have so many problems. So we accidentally overheated. Get them off of Doc in a hurry. Don't let it overheat. And I think that is it. All right, that wasn't too bad. I've had worse, I've had better. That wasn't too bad. If you run into a doorway and keep running the whole time, we get the movement I call Kitty Wants Out, where Ginger just moves frantic. Meanwhile, if you walk into the door normal and try running, it is more normal-ish. By the way, this is an area where it's a couple auto scrollers in a row, so because of that, I love showing off some of Hyper Kitty movement. You can even hear Ginger kind of skid. But we are almost done with Dead End, which is what this chapter was called. And we are going to bring Doc home. Might as well just burn this out one more time for the fun of it, because why not? And here we see the reunion, father and son, Doc Brown and Marty McFly. And there we go. That's what it is all about, my friends. So now we need to turn in all that sheet music because we're about to leave the slums and never come back. And because of that, by the way, pet the kitty. I love the Sentinel. That guy is so good. So we are going to do a lot of checkpoint manipulation right here. So every time we give him a piece of sheet music, and we need to give all of them, he will not take a new piece of sheet music until he has finished playing the previous one. And because of that, we either need to sit around for about 8 minutes total, or we need to keep reloading our checkpoints. The fun thing is if you are submitting a run to SRC, we do load time removed, and we have an auto splitter. We have a auto splitter that removes load time, so we actually are saving a ton of time right here in terms of SRC times. But of course, we are not doing SRC times. We are doing marathon times, which means we definitely want to keep moving and menuing as quick as possible. I keep menuing a little sloppy there. We have 2 more to give, and we're going to get a music appreciation pin for our backpack. We did get 1 pin already from Marty McFly when he let us into the dead end area. He gave us the Outsiders pin. That 1 of 6 is the only required one in the game if you're not doing glitches. There we go. We got another one. If you look on the side of my backpack, there's a pin. And there's a pin. It's hard to see the music one because it's a black pin on a black backpack. But we now have it. And Momo is waiting for us to give us a boat ride into the sewers. We're going to go through the sewers, and Momo did not want to go through the sewers previously without a weapon to take on the Zurks, because the sewers are where the Zurks come from. And so we have the Defluxinator. Momo's feeling brave, not realizing we don't really use the Defluxinator much. It is more or less cosmetic because we have meowing, but we're going to enjoy a scenic little trip through the sewers. This game, in its urban decay type of look, is honestly absolutely gorgeous. Also, I really love Momo's look. Momo's definitely one of my favorite video game characters of all time. But we're just going right through a little bit on this boat. I'm not sure if Momo there was talking or singing, but we're going to get to this gate, and obviously this boat cannot go through that gate, so once again, it's always up to Ginger Kitty to open gates and get through things, and, you know, you can't get by without a good kitty. So Ginger is going to get us through here. However, if you look over there, soon you will see, not yet, but we will move around to see it, there are Zurk eggs, and this is when we start seeing what the eggs are all about. And as a spoiler, they're all about trouble. So we are going to run over here. They are going to start hatching. We're going to pop those. Don't open any more of them. Get on this raft and keep on going. Goodbye to those Zurk eggs. Those are not the last ones we're going to see in the sewers. The sewers can be a little frightening, a little creepy. If you found the Zurk scenes earlier to be a little too much anxiety-wise, definitely there is no problem to look away during this section because it does get a little bit nerve-wracking. I always like to, when I run a game, when I play a game, I like to keep in mind I've got adults who, you know, I am brave, I could take on anything watching, and also I've got kids or kids at heart who, you know, just don't want to see certain things, so I will always point those out because I want everyone to be able to enjoy these runs as much as possible. Also, I mentioned before, but the beauty of this urban decay is, this is one of the most beautiful games for how dirty and grimy it is. I love all of you as well, much love, and I'm always so happy to be able to show off games for such a great cause. So Momo here is going to try and open this gate so we could get through with the boat, but there is some bad news. That is not working. So we're going to talk to Momo real quick. And Momo's like, hey, I can open this gate. There's some chains right up there. And Momo is going to pull on those chains, open this up, but unfortunately, you have to pull on the chains to open this, and as soon as you stop pulling, it's going to collapse. We're going to have to say goodbye to Momo right here and go into a very creepy area. I mean, this area is grimy, very dirty, very creepy, but we're going to get through as quick as possible. And also, this will be the end of us seeing Zurks. That's the good news with all of this. Unfortunately, we gotta go here to get a memory. There are 2 memories in the sewer, 2 optional memories. And of course, we need all of those optional memories. Spam that meowing. And there's one of the 2. If you notice, any of the optional memories that are a little lighter in color are the ones I'm going to find in this area. Now we run. We are going to do another checkpoint manipulation coming up when we get the second memory in this area. Pretty much it's going to save us just a tiny bit of time, RTA, real-time attack. But in terms of speedrun submitted time with load time removed, it'll actually save us about 15 seconds. So it's a real good move. I'll show you what that is coming up. First though, I just got so turned around. I completely lost track of where I was right there. But it's all good. Only lost us a couple seconds. And you're meant to go through this with your defluxinator out and taking down these guys left and right. That is not how we're doing it. We're speedrunning. Speedrunning doesn't have time for doing things proper. We can only do things improper. Improper means just keep running. We'll pop those guys. We are going to jump down here, run right. We see that cat symbol in the lower left. We will turn around, go the other direction, because that means we hit a checkpoint. If you remember before, I mentioned, if you find a memory will say we will pop in where we did that little turn to the right and just continue on. Another room of Zurks. In this one, we need to get to that big gate that's directly ahead of us. To get to it, we need to open controls on both sides of it, and we cannot jump all the way across. So we are going to have to go around the long way. But we still have our meowing weapon. By the way, big eyeballs on the walls. That's not at all creepy. And we will run through here. We will hit this. And we are actually done with our defluxinator. You're probably like, oh, so we're done with Zurks. No, we're not done with Zurks. I wish we were, but we will never use the defluxinator again because we're about to break the #1 rule of speedrunning. We stopped. We just stopped. We were speedrunning, going outside. B12 stopped to look at giant eyeballs, very creepy. And meanwhile, Ginger stopped, and now what happens? Bad stuff happens. Never stop. Just never stop. So we're about to get back into speedrunning. Unfortunately though, that defluxinator cannot keep up with the demand. It's going short circuit. Ginger, being the best kitty, is going to grab her best friend, B12, and we are going to use the meowinator. We are just going to keep spamming meows as we run as fast as possible. These guys are RNG, so they could jump on me or they could all miss me. There's actually an achievement in this game for getting through the entire game without a single one of these Zurks jumping on you. And considering it's RNG, it is such an unfair achievement. I have never gotten it, and I have beaten this game so many times because the one thing about speedrunning, you beat games over and over. But it's like right there, I just got like 3 or 4 of them on me. And with that, that is the last time we will encounter Zurks for the rest of this game. We're done with them. I've had it up to here with Zurks, and I am done with them. Luckily, B12 is going to wake up, come back to us. And B12 will also activate the computer. And we're going to go to my favorite part of this game. We're going to go to Ant Village. Don't worry, if you don't like insects, there are no ants. I don't do good with insects, but there are no ants here. I don't know why they call it Ant Village, but it's an artist commune, kind of built around an artificial tree and waterfall structure. It is beautiful. I love this scenery. Unfortunately, this is the quickest chapter of the game. In any percent, it is, a minute 50-ish. It's under 2 minutes long. Doing 100%, it's going to be only 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So it's going to be a very quick time here. So B12 just had some bad news. That's what that new memory B12 got was. But, and because of that bad news, bad memory, B12 is not talking to us. B12 is now over it, has processed some things. I won't say what it was because it's real cool if you play the game casually, see what it is and what it means. But this here is the Baltazar. You might recognize when those screens light up. It's who Momo was talking to in the bar back in the slums. So Baltazar just told us, hey, I can't help you. I'm kind of meditating. But instead, how about you talk to Clementine, the final outsider? And I just grabbed myself a flower. We need 3 flowers for 100% here. We also need to make sure we get a memory, which is right here. So if you're like, what is that flower about? Well, we need 3 different pretty colored flowers for an artist to show her 3 different colors. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I just ruined their game. I did not want to do that, but I needed down here in a hurry is the quickest way. I apologize. By the way, they are up there. Literally, they are picking up those tiles. They might still be picking them up when I get up there. It's amazing how they do fully act out the fact that you ruined their game of Mahjong or Taipei, or I'm not sure what game exactly they're playing. But they're still picking up tiles. I am so sorry, guys. That was not cool of me. And now we are almost out of here. There's the Baltazar again. If we were doing any percent, we would have just gone straight up here. There we go. We got a new badge. And with that new badge, we are now all done here, and we're going to get out of Ant Village, unfortunately, because I do love the environment here. Whenever I'm doing like a tech check for an event, making sure my audio's good, I always go to Ant Village because it has the best sounds, the best sights. It's such a great place. And with that, we got through Ant Village in about 3 minutes and 3 minutes and about 19 seconds, I think. Not too bad. And now we are heading towards Midtown, the final main area of the game. Midtown has a subway, and that subway is going to be a key part of our plan to get outside. So don't forget about this subway. Also, on the note of the subway, B12 has some memories of the subway and is going to tell you all about what the subway meant. And that is the next to last main memory, but we actually have a lot to do before we get to the last main memory. I took my eyes off the screen for a second because I had to see 8542. There is a code we're going to need in just a second. I have all my codes written down in front of me. So we're going to go through here and get us a badge, another one for our backpack. We need, remember, 8542 is the combination to a safe. It is right up here. It is very easy miss if you are playing through 8542. Wait for it to open, grab that pin, and away we go. This is another area where if you were doing unrestricted, so glitch friendly, there are some glitches you would do around here. Like I said, we don't do glitches. Well, I don't do glitches. Oh, I just got, nope. This is the hardest jump in the game. Nope. So normally, I mentioned before how Ginger will not jump unless it lets you. So the problem here is with these jumps, normally you could push against a barrier, like a cliff or an edge, and Ginger won't jump, but it'll set up the jump. In that area, if you keep pressing forward, Ginger will actually jump down through stuff. So we want to take out right here, by the way, some security cameras. Those kids who were down in the courtyard, they want to have fun and they don't want security to see it. This place is kind of dystopian. It's under surveillance or supervision, surveillance, however you want to say that. It is under all of that. Exactly. This is glitch-free territory right here. So this here is Clementine, the final outsider. We'll get the final camera for those kids coming up. We just showed Clementine the thing we got from Zabaltazar, and it was pretty much a message saying, hey, help these guys. They are true outsiders wanting to get outside and see the world out there. So Clementine said, all right, cool, I can help you. In fact, I'll help you by sending you to one of my friends, Blazer, and Blazer will help you. So we just took out the last camera. These kids are happy about it. He's going to give us a mixtape, and we're going to play that mixtape in a second. But first, there's somebody we have never met, but he is late for work, and we need to help him get to work. You know, be a good neighbor, good friendly helper. Don't wake up people this way in real life, but we had to wake him up because his job is important for us. Probably for him too, but definitely for us. We'll go to the burger shop. Let's go ahead and not get a burger, but maybe eat a delicious memory about burgers. And so that's another important memory. And now we want to run fast. We are on a cycle. I'm hoping we're doing good, but I think we might have fallen behind on our cycle. We're going to play the mixtape. And it is loud. It might not be your jam. Oh no, it's not that bad of music, but the shop owner there does not like it. So why did we start playing it and then run away? Are we just being pranksters? No, we want to get another pin. Another badge is in here. And now we will run back to where that music is playing. And we will be able to, because of that music playing, the shopkeeper is distracted, and we're going to steal a coat. Don't steal coats. That is loud music, by the way. And then we'll jump in here. You might recognize this guy right here. He was the guy who was passed out in the bar that we woke up. He is going to carry us in here because the manager of this shop, this handsome fellow right there, does not want cats in here. But we want to get in here. We need to. And this is how we get in. You can also, there is a glitch you could use get in here. But remember, we are not doing glitches. So we have a hat, we have a work vest, and we have a note for this guy, Blazer. And we just showed him the note, and he's like, hey, oh, Clementine wants you to get a battery, And he's like, I know where you could get a battery. There's a factory over there. But I can't get you in the factory unless I have proper clothes for it. And we're like, hey, guess what? I have a hard hat and a worker's vest already. I love his gold chains, by the way. Such a good look with that, you know, the worker's vest, the hard hat. Those gold chains just stand out way too much in all the right ways. And we're about to start the part of the game I call Metal Gear Kitty. If you know Metal Gear, all about a guy named Solid Snake. Well, typically about Solid Snake, sometimes Raiden or other people, sneaking around, avoiding guards, and hiding in cardboard boxes. We are all about that, but we are not going to be hiding, we're going to be speedrunning. This is going to be dangerous, and we will be seen, but hopefully we will not be shot. Whew, that was a close one. If those guys see you, they will start trying to shoot at you. If they shoot you, they will kill you in one hit. So we want to be very careful. When you're playing this game casually, you are going to approach it completely different. You're going to be very stealthy. You're going to hide behind boxes, moving on conveyor belts. By the way, we need some keys. So we got some keys back there. There was a guy we passed earlier that we didn't pay any attention to. Oh, they are shooting. That is a close one. This guy wants those keys, and he gave us a badge for the keys. That's kind of a good trade, wasn't it? And now we are wanting to be very, very quick. We are going to continue being stealthy. No one ever sees us. Stealthiest kitty in the world. Metal Gear Kitty time. And that is it. That drone is like, wait, what is going on here? I am so confused. I swear I saw a cat. I now see a moving barrel. It's all good. So battery is in here. It's right there, be precise. We need that to run the subway. But we are going to need a few of these little robots to help us unlock the battery. Please don't get stuck. Good. Sometimes that one will get stuck on the gate we opened. And if that happens, that is bad news all around. Because you lose like, 20 seconds having to try and trick it into moving correctly. Put the drum on this, the battery will come down, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen at all. Okay, that sounds like an alarm. Something bad is happening. That probably shouldn't have happened like that. So, right there, B12. Oh yeah, real quick, final Bucket Kitty of the game. Goodbye, Bucket Kitty. I will miss you. All right. B12 just said, hey, we should check on Clementine. I am worried about Clem. Oh no, it takes a lot to have this type of awesome beard. Also, normally I have a green cap on, so you need also get the green military cap, a private's cap. So here we're going to get a quick memory. And now we gotta check on Clementine. All right. I think Clementine might be in trouble. There's cops here, there's drones here. So once again, stealthy, don't let anyone ever see you. Never let them see you. Be very stealthy. So like right here, this guy can see all of this area. Don't go right through there because he can see you. And that's bad news, right? So we just want to keep moving very fast. Don't let them see you. All right. And Clementine just left us a note. That note said there are 4 places in this apartment that'll have clues to where we could find her because she ran away. We opened that drawer earlier when we first saw Clementine. We use that now. There's 3 of the clues, And the final clue is the love lava lamp. And now we need to get out of here. Okay, that was a bad jump. That was my bad. Luckily, deaths are very quick and not brutal, just screen turning red. That was unfortunate. Kitty wanted to jump up. I wanted Kitty jump down. No good. So this time, we will get out of there a lot safer and quicker. So, Clementine's note. Pretending I did not have that death. You know what? I'm going to donate some extra money. I was planning on donating after my run. I'm going to donate a little extra for that death because that was uncalled for. Kitty would just try and make sure to keep me honest on donations. By the way, if you want to join me for that, how about, oh no, I'm going to let's go $20 per death. Hopefully I have no more, but the more deadly areas of this run are coming up. So Clementine's note said, I'm in the club. And if we try and go through the front of the club, there's a huge line and a bouncer. But luckily our friend Alex at the window, we don't know Alex, but he's our friend. I figure everyone who's cool is your friend at the end of the day. He's like, hey, why don't you come in? And so we came in. We are getting the second to last optional memory of the whole game. Only one more optional and one more required memory. We have that drink that I grabbed from behind the bar. Why did I grab a drink? Kitty should not be drinking, probably underage, probably not old enough for a drink, but you know who is? This guy. And he'll give us a lever in exchange for that drink. And we'll use that lever to turn off this hologram dancer. Why would we do that? Well, this DJ does not care for it. And if you go over that DJ turntable, you can actually scratch records, because of course you can. Oh yeah, we are about to see my favorite character in the whole game, Ravraham Lincoln, Honest Rave. Rave Lincoln, he is this guy right here. Look at that. Tell me that's not Abe Lincoln as a raving robot. I love that guy. We won't talk to him or anything, but I just love him. Like that look, old honest rave. So we go up here and hey, it's Clementine. Everything seems perfectly fine. You know, she's tied up with rope. Oh, hey, it's Blazer. Blazer, everything's good, right? Nothing's bad. Nothing's a problem. Right, Blazer? Everything's good? Oh, I think Blazer is working with the police. And we're going to jail. We're also going to do a checkpoint manipulation right here. So, right now, why did we do that? We're just loading into the exact same scene we were going to load into anyways, but we cannot move until the screen comes into full view. But by reloading a checkpoint, we could start moving earlier. I am not doing good movement with this. I should have been out of that quicker. That was just a little sloppy, but if we waited, we would not have been able to move until the camera fully came on. So, a little checkpoint abuse there to just get the game moving a touch quicker, just a tiny bit. It costs no time, and if anything, it saves you 4 seconds, 5 seconds. So you'll notice we have no backpack, because we don't have B12. Also, we need to be very stealthy here. Very stealthy. Don't let these guys see you. They will shoot you. I mean, I showed you earlier what happens if they shoot you. That's bad news all around. Ah, hey, it's Clementine. No dialogue to skip here, because without B12, we don't know what Clem is saying, but she does speak the universal language of pointing at keys. And Ginger knows how to break out of jail. Ginger's already broken herself out, so it's time to break out Clem. Look at this troublemaking kitty. Then, of course, comes the big challenge. We're going to need B12 as well. And that's going to be a jailbreak. That's going to be on a... Getting Clem out there, that's on a scale of this. Getting B12 out, that's on a scale like this. It is big time jailbreak. We're going to have tripwires. We're going to have, or electric tripwires, whatever you want to call those. We're going to have drones out there shoot us. We're going to have all sorts of problems. But also at the same time, we are a troublemaking cat who definitely can get this done. So once again, we have a waiting for someone thing. So while waiting, there is B12. Look at all those laser, look at the drones flying around. There's cameras. Like, this is going to be bad news.
Before we get into the bad news, do we have time for a quick...
Yeah, go for it.
We have the $20 match donation run. We also have a $5 from Dr. Pie that says, remember people, don't steal laundry detergent code.
Awesome. Yeah, and definitely, if you can, keep the donations coming in. This is a great cause. It is fantastic to, be able to show great runs like this when knowing that it's all to help out a charitable cause that is, they're really just helping kids who really do need it. So if you do have the ability, donate. If you don't have the ability, like I said, tell a friend about this event. Get some people watching. So we are going to run down these stairs. And as we run down, you'll notice we slow down. That's because the game requires Clementine to get to the bottom first. And we're going to learn that Clementine is terrified of drones. I don't blame her. We got shot by one. It was not fun. So we are being sent without her to get B12. I think we could do it. I think we can. In fact, we better, because otherwise we can't finish this run. And while I do love showing this game off, I also want to be able to finish the run. I don't want to leave you all hanging, wondering what's going to happen at the end of the day on this. We do not want to get caught by those laser sights. Away we go. We are going to try a weird trick. We are going to move during a cutscene. And you'll notice we are moving during a cutscene. That is not how you're supposed to do that, but it's how we are going to do that. And by moving during that cutscene, those drones will not react to you until the cutscene is done. There are only 2 cutscenes in the game that you can move during. The second one is going to be at the very end of the run. Hopefully it works right, but I always boop that one. Look at that, we got our backpack, all of our pins back. We are a troublemaker, so we're going to send some bricks down. By the way, do not throw bricks at windows unless you're Clementine breaking out of jail. Hopefully you're never Clementine breaking out of jail. I love this sound effect, by the way. I honestly think it's one of the best glass breaking sound effects I've ever heard in a video game, so I appreciate that so much. So we are going to try and get out of here as quick as possible, but we are going to hit a few little snags on our way out. Like right now, we need to get through the yard, and the yard has sentries in it, those drones, and Clementine don't do drones, so we need to get them captured. trigger happy. They normally don't shoot that quickly, but it's okay. We're all good. The next one has 2 drones. That's going to be hard, but we also have our final optional memory right over there. So we'll go ahead and get that memory first. That leaves, we have all 6 pins, every optional memory, and the only thing missing is 1 required memory. And then we will get confirmation of being 100%. First though, we've got to get through this. And we got them in one go. That is the most nerve-wracking part of the run for me. I always have one of them linger behind. It is very tricky because you have to use B12 to operate those doors. Knowing that B12 is going to take about 5 seconds to close a door. So as soon as you hit the button, B12 will start working on it, but B12 won't get it done yet. We have one more main glitchy, not glitch, but main skip coming up. This is called van skip. We need to open this garage door, and we're going to ride this vehicle out of there. We're going to let Clem know, hey, somebody left their keys in the door. By the way, don't do that in real life. Always remember to check that your keys are in your pocket, not left behind in the door. So we're going to throw a lever to open that garage door. Clem is going to start getting away in this vehicle. We are going to try and jump on the bumper of the vehicle before it leaves through the garage door. If we do that, we save 20 to 30 seconds and we avoid a possible death, because it's possible to die if we don't get onto this bumper perfectly. So this is going to be very tight. It's a very smooth move that I need to do. I think we got it. Otherwise, we would be chasing this vehicle for the next like 20, 30 seconds. Those drones would be shooting at the vehicle with about a up to 10% chance of shooting us. Instead, we are out of here like the smooth criminals we are. You might call that perfect. And so, Clem is taking us to where we came into Midtown, but wait, Clem, what are you doing? And look at your cat's face right here. Look at your, oh, Ginger's like, no, Clem. Oh, yeah, depending on my mood, puns can be very common when I do things. So if you ever stop by any of my streams, you might be hit by a bunch of puns and dad jokes. It's a hazard of me. I mean, you might say with a game like this, it's possible for that to happen. Definitely, I think the jokes are the cat's meow. So we just used the battery to get the subway started up. And we got the key from Clementine. So when Clementine left us, she made a very good point to us. We didn't get to read it because we're blasting through everything, of course. But Clementine's like, you're an outsider now. And the rule is not every outsider needs to get outside. Just one. Be that outsider. And so we are going to be that outsider. We will do it for Clem, for Momo, for Doc, for Zabaltazar, for all of them. I am glad to cause some laughs with bad jokes, because I love bad jokes. Like, some people consider puns the lowest form of humor. I consider them just the best. So, we are entering the final chapter of this run. To start off, we're going to go to the front left door and the left side of it. We have about 6 minutes left in this run, which I'm happy to say, because it means, hey, we are going to get through this and be, you know, we should be pretty good with the estimate, but also at the same time, it's sad because we're going to have to say goodbye to Ginger Kitty, to B12, to this run. Also going to have to say goodnight for tonight because I believe it's pretty much bedtime after this run. But of course, there is another day of this wonderful event coming up tomorrow. I know that for a fact because I will be back with Electhead. Electhead is one of my favorite games. It is really cool. So hopefully I could get some of you to be watching Electhead tomorrow. Remember, tell your friends. Oh, barely no. Oh. So that door will close after a short amount of time, and B12 could not keep it open quite long enough for me, so we had to do it again. It's a very tight move there. If you're doing unrestricted, you can actually use that table robot to clip through the door and you don't have to unlock it. So coming up right here, we are going to get confirmation of 100% by getting a cool new backpack that we get to keep for about 2 minutes. There we go. Check out this cool iridescent backpack. It is really cool, and we get it for the next 2 minutes, and then it's going to be gone, because, yeah, we're at the end of the game. Oop. And now, we need to... Oh, did not want to step on that. We need to operate... Boy, I am clumsy with those steps. We need to turn on all of these computers. Oh, and that's another one of those bobbled steps. And now, everything should be good. We're out of here. We are opening everything. There is no way there could be any final difficulty right here. Oh. Okay, things are locked. That's no good. So, B12 just said, let's do what we do best. You destroy, and I'll hack. And so, we need to get rid of those 3 locks. Kitty will do some destroying. B12 will do some hacking. Ooh. That did not look like it's a good thing for B12. This is another cutscene where you can move during the cutscene. And that saved us a tiny bit of time, although if you get stuck on geometry, it gets very hairy in a hurry. And so, one more lock to hack. And after this one, we are in like the final couple minutes. So we'll do a little... By the way, if you play this game normally, you could use that scratching mechanic on any carpets or rug in the game, and you could just start scratching them. It is kind of cool to watch. And so, unfortunately, it's kind of a sad ending. B12 just put himself through a lot. And, well, B12 just said, hey, I'm not going to be with you anymore, so I'm going to take away that cool new iridescent shiny backpack I gave you, which that's a shame. And honestly, this is the most like heartbreaking thing I have seen from like a cat and a robot. Like, the two of them are so adorable together. And now, B12, though, did get the job done. The roof is opening. This is such a cool window to look down into, because you get to see everything you saw. Everything you played through is visible down here. You can see that tall tower that we put the transmitter on, Midtown, Anttown, the slums. And good news, because sunlight is getting in, those Zerks cannot take it. Our robot buddies are going to live a better life. Speaking of, Momo our favorite friend. There's that guard who petted us. Doc Brown, Marty McFly, the troubadour with his guitar. Clem got cornered by the drones, but for some reason, Sunlight will even take out those drones. Even Clem, everyone gets a happily ever after here, except for B12. And time will be coming up in about, 40 seconds. And so you could stick around, watch everything open up, because the roof is still opening. It's a wonderful thing watch when you're playing casually. But like I keep saying, we're speed running. You don't stop. If you stop running, well, we saw what happened in the sewers when they stopped for a minute. So time will be when the screen fades out to black. It'll be at the top of not these stairs, but the next incline. By the way, there's a bird. Look at the birds. Aw. So time is in about 5, 4, 3. I started too early. 3, 2, 1, time. And that right there is Stray. We get to see Ginger Kitty vibing on that good, clean air. I mean, it's summertime, I'm sure. I hope all of you have had a chance to get outside on a nice day and just vibe on that good, clean air around you. There's one more thing we have to do to verify the run. It's not a PB, but I like to show the final thing that you have to do for verification in case any of you want to try speedrunning this. And there is a great speedrun community on Discord for this game. So we have to skip the credits, and we just have to go to our file select screen and show the saved data, show the time for it. And that's how we verify the run. That is it for the run. I want to say thank you to everyone for hanging out and watching that. I'm going to donate some money because I died that one time. That was so uncalled for. If you want to join me on that, please do. Please donate. The Real Hope Project is such a cool thing. As I said, my partner and I are working towards being able to foster and adopt. My mom and her brother were both adopted, so adoption really means a lot to me. And I hope you are able to see how much it means to these kids that could be helped with the Real Hope Project. And with that, that is it for me for tonight, but I will be back tomorrow with some Luckhead, and there's a bunch of cool runs coming up tomorrow, so make sure to come back, tell your friends, and much love.
Thank you so much, Heponwana, for that wonderful of Stray. It was absolute blast to have you on. Now I'm going to swap to a different to give Heponwana an opportunity to get ready for bed. So once I find it, I forgot to prep this, or where, but it can be hard to find, you know.
It's late at night.
That's true. That is very true. Kind of past my bedtime. All right, actually, it's right around time. All right, I'm gonna swap screens right now. You have a good rest of your night, Heponwana. Thank you again so much.